Yeah, fun my ass. All right, buckle in, hit pause, and get yourself a drink because this is going to be a story. You ready? Well, the drive started out really nice with all these cool little salt ponds all over the place. People were getting out and taking pictures. I don't do that shit, so you can see it from the driver's side window. Then the road turned into hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of washboard. I mean, it was fucking relentless. And there were all these little turnoffs that you could take for maybe like a minute or two, but it was just a little bit of a break. And I never took any of them. Then finally I'd had enough and I couldn't take it anymore. And little man, poor little man, he just couldn't take it anymore either. So we took one of them. Well, that was the wrong fucking one to take. So there was a sharp little turn that we couldn't make. Wide open clearing, and so on the one side that there were these really deep tracks. I'm like, well, I'm not going over there because I'm probably going to sink. And so then there was like these very light tracks on the other side. I'm like, oh, well, I'll go over there. Well, I don't know if it's a fucking smart car or a goddamn Scion IQ, but it sure as shit wasn't a 12,000 pound van. Needless to say, we came to a screeching fucking halt. So I get out, I start looking, I'm up to the floorboards, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. But okay, you know what, whatever. So I aired down the tires like Deacon said, and I went down to 10 PSI, which is a pain in the ass because the compressor's really slow. So it was a big deal to air down the tires that low because I'm sitting at 74 PSI. So then I start digging and digging and digging and digging, and I get out the one side, and then I go around to the other side. Meanwhile, these people on a motorcycle drove by and slowed down, and I gave them the thumbs up because, you know what, I'm not going to have them get out of all their gear and unpack and help me dig. It's ridiculous. I'm not impeding their vacation when I just a little bit of time and hard work on my part, and I can do it myself, not a big deal. So then I start digging out the other side and digging and digging and digging, and we're talking maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours of digging. There was a lot of fucking digging that needed to be done. So then I go back to the other side. I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting because I'm back up to the floorboards on the side that I had just dug out down to the tires. I'm in a fucking sinkhole. Oh my God. All right, whatever, no big deal. I'll just keep on digging until I hit something hard. So I keep doing that, and then I'm digging out in front of the van, I'm digging out behind the van, I got the tracks out, and finally this other person drives by, which there was like nobody in the meantime for hours, so you can tell it's a very well-traveled road. So anyway, 2 guys and 2 kids get out of the car, and they don't speak a lick of English, and I really don't speak Spanish whatsoever, but somehow we communicated through charades, and so they tried helping and doing everything that I already done, and da-da-da-da, and moving the van and rocking and pushing and this and that, and the back door doesn't close right, so I know that the whole chassis was twisted, but whatever, that's a problem for later, and I'm not going to deal with that now. So anyway, they go back, they get a truck, and a couple hours passes by because there are absolutely no towns anywhere even near. So they come back, blah, blah, blah. Finally, we use the winch, which thank God I got that winch. I was so stoked because I thinking, I'm never going to get in a situation where I need this fucking winch. Nope, wrong. I did. Thank God it paid for itself. I'm good because all I was thinking was, okay, worst case scenario, got to hire a helicopter to come out and get me out of this. No big deal, right? There's helicopters all over down here. So we got out, we were cheering, hooting and hollering and everything else, and it was super cool, and it was a really good experience. Where the tires were actually a lot deeper, but the tracks were buried about 2 feet under in that sinkhole, so we had to fill it in. Okay, so the people that helped me, I know I look amazing. It was fun. I'm so glad I got to meet them. They were super nice. There were several people that stopped and offered help, and none of them spoke English, but we somehow communicated that I was good and people were coming back to help me, which was so awesome. And this road is really not well traveled, so pretty much everybody that went by stopped to see if I needed help. That's what I get for trying to take there ain't squat around. Nada. Oh my God, is that a paved road? I don't even know if I'm supposed to take it. Yes, to make it feel like you're traveling along with me, this is the real-time speed that we could go on this road. Well, let's call it speed, just for argument's sake. That's correct. It would have been a lot faster to take the 6.5-hour roundabout way that was all pavement road. FYI, if anyone goes that way from San Ignacio to Scorpion Bay. All right, we'll speed it up for you. I only stayed here for one night on my way to Bob and Chris's in El Pescadero, right? Pescadero? Whatever. Anyway, I'll be back. This production is brought to you by Neon Nacho.